Hi, and welcome to this episode of Front Lobby Confessionals. Today I want to talk about the importance of storytelling in the sales process. And I want you to know that on the professional speaking circuit, hanging out with me, are probably 600 or 700 people, that many, talking about storytelling. It's not very original. And the vast majority of these people are sort of talking about everyone has a story, I can pull it out of you. Or if you were a tree, what would your story be? Or what's your innermost story, spirit, animal? And I get all that stuff, it's fine. It's not my jam, but I understand that some people want to hear about that. I'm more interested in both the art and science of storytelling and why it works particularly well in sales. So there is an art to storytelling, which of course is the way your story is structured, it's open, it's closed, and how you tell it. And then there's the science of storytelling, which is what we remember, why it's archived, what percentage that we actually recall accurately, and sort of things like that. And the neuroscience behind storytelling is that in the Brocaw and Wernicke areas of the brain, those are the cortexes where we formulate language and then we process it. We don't do that much with it other than those two things, formulation and processing. Because the words that we normally use don't really invoke any sort of emotion or they don't really trigger any other parts of the brain. However, words that connote emotion or action or taste or smell or texture, those activate emotions in other cortexes and other areas of the brain, and what happens is many of those words trigger the release of dopamine, and research has told us that dopamine does help in memory and recall. That's sort of the neuroscience behind storytelling. So I always encourage my clients to invoke some sort of storytelling in their pitch flows, always, because your pitch flows and your insights will drive further sales, but storytelling will drive deeper engagement with your customers. So in the end, what I'd like to see everybody do is have a handful of stories that might be right for one person or the next person or the next person that sort of demonstrate how others have dealt with a particular problem. Make sure that you use words that are going to release dopamine, those words being texture, taste, action sort of driven. People will remember those stories, and that'll drive deeper engagement. So that's the neuroscience behind storytelling, and that's why storytelling in sales works like a charm. Thank you. I'll see you on the next episode of Front Lobby Confessionals.